biggest mistake of your life.
And what's that?
Underestimating who I am.
Hello there everybody, it's me, the Canadian Movie Buff, with a review of Alita, Battle Angel. The movie is about Alita, a cyborg who was brought to life by Dr. Dyson Ito, played by Christoph Waltz, with no memory of her previous life. As she learns more from herself, she learns that Ito is trying to shield her from her past, and eventually she collides with Vector, played by Mahershala Ali, a tycoon of the sport motorball who is being controlled by an unseen mastermind. You ever heard of a movie that gets positive word of mouth despite some so-so reviews? Then you see the movie and realize that you might be agreeing more with the reviewers rather than the audience? That was me with Alita. It's good, mainly the effects and the action, but the movie kept falling in areas that made it hard for me to be completely blown away by it. Let's talk about the action. Being that this is a Robert Rodriguez film, you can tell that there are hints of grindhouse action throughout. There is a bar scene in this movie that just reeks of Rodriguez style. It's where the camera doesn't so much cut, but rather follows each little event that happens in the action. If there's a character that's fighting, the camera will focus on that, no matter how small or insignificant that character might be to the overall story. Even some of the bigger set pieces had long tracking takes and long shots. It always tried to put you in the action, to make you feel the intensity. And the effects in this movie, well, let's just say there's a good reason why James Cameron decided to produce this movie. The effects of Alita alone are incredible. At first, the wide eyes do get a little bit distracting, but as the film goes on and you get used to them, they feel more natural. The main drive is the relationship between Alita, played by Rosa Salazar, and Dr. Ito. I enjoyed the chemistry that Salazar and Waltz had with each other. They very easily fell into this daughter-father relationship, with the father seeing her as sort of a surrogate daughter, for reasons I will not spoil here, and the daughter of course being a fish out of water and learning about the world around her. And of course, with any slightly fish out of water character, you expect they would make a lot of jokes revolving of, oh, she doesn't know how this world works. But they don't focus on that for very long. I think once you get around the 10-15 minute mark, they've done all the fish out of water jokes that they can handle. Some of the acting in this movie is pretty melodramatic. Some of it is borderline soap opera. There are a handful of scenes where the actors are just a little bit over the top with their line delivery and their portrayal of an emotion. Speaking of which, how about that love story? I know that having a relationship can raise the stakes, but if the acting or the writing falls short, then the whole thing feels completely pointless. Early in the movie, when they're first developing their relationship, it's the acting that makes it weak, but then later in the movie, it's the writing that weakens the love story. At that point, it feels like you're sort of shoehorning this love story in. The main plot is she's trying to figure out who she is. Why is Vector interested in her? And then they got a bunch of scenes over here where they got this half-baked love story that they're trying to sort of cram in there somehow. And speaking of Vector, let's talk about the actor who plays him. Now, Mahershala Ali is a terrific actor, but what did the writers give him to do here? Aside from literally 2 lines in the movie, everything he says is generic, futuristic sci-fi bad guy stuff. I wanted to love Alita Battle Angel. I didn't hate it, so put away the torches and pitchforks. I was just expecting something fantastic, and what I got was okay. I liked the action, but not the acting. The special effects were astounding, but they couldn't take away from such a basic story. We had 2 double-time Academy Award winners, but only one of them had a memorable character. At the end, the good and the bad sort of were at each other, and they were both trying to fight it out for the top of whether this would be a good movie or a bad movie. Personally, I was a little bit mixed, but I think I'll lead into the positive and say check it out at least once in theaters. Alright, that's my review of Alita Battle Angel. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave your answer by commenting down below, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're new here. And as always, this is the Canadian Movie Buff saying I hope you have a fantastic weekend at the movies. See ya!